Bring your ears closer, all of you. Yes, you too. Do not pretend you are brave. Even brave people blink. This rain is tapping the zinc roof like impatient fingers. And NEPA has done what NEPA does best. Vanish with confidence. So now it is only my kerosene lantern that is breathing light into this room. Look at the wall. See your shadows standing tall, like they want to escape before the story starts. Grandma, please do not start with shadow. You want me to start with money, Abi? That is how people enter trouble. They hear money and their sense runs outside. Tonight, I will tell you about a woman who became rich faster than gossip travels because she collected money from something that had no shadow. Grandma, everything has shadow. That is how it starts, with people being sure. Thunder closer, and rain slightly louder. The rich woman of Odo Street. When I was younger, your age is not your mate, so do not ask. There was a woman in our town they called Madam Aderonke. She was not just rich, she was insultingly rich. Her wrappers were always crisp, like she ironed them with anger. Her gold was not the quiet type, it announced itself. When she walked, her bangles argued with each other. Grandma, how can bangles argue? If you have never heard rich people's bangles, then you have not suffered enough. Be grateful. But everybody remembered how she used to be. Before the wealth, Madam Aderonke lived in one small room behind the provision shop. She sold pepper and tomatoes with hands that had seen hunger. Some days, she would count her money and sigh like money itself was offending her. Then, one Harmattan season, when the wind was so dry it could slap your lips into cracking, she stopped coming to the market. 2 weeks later, she returned with a brand new car. Not new to her, brand new. The kind of car that makes people stop walking and start staring like their legs are on pause. And that was only the beginning. Within months, she owned shops, land, houses, people. Some folks said God has done it. Others said no, God does not do it like this. Because when wealth comes from God, it comes with peace. But Madam Aderonke's wealth came with noise. There is no rebaba kind of prayer, only prayer that is too deep for small words. One evening, I followed my mother to deliver akara to a neighbor. As we passed Madam Aderonke's compound, the lantern light from inside was bright. The gate was open. Madam Aderonke was standing in her courtyard, but her shadow was not there. Maybe the light was not strong. The light was strong enough to show the dust in the air, strong enough to show the mango leaves shaking, but it did not show her shadow. My mother gripped my wrist so hard I almost became a handkerchief. She whispered, "Do not look." But you know children, and you know me. My eyes refused to mind their business. Madam Aderonke was speaking to someone standing under the mango tree. Someone tall, still. At first, I thought it was a man wearing a cloak. Then the lantern light shifted and I saw it clearly. That person had no shadow either. Not even a small one. Not even the weak kind that struggles under moonlight. Nothing. Just a shape of darkness pretending to be a body. And the air around it looked wrong. Like heat shimmer but colder. Like the night was bending to make space for it. Grandma, what was it? Something that did not belong to the earth. And Madam Aderonke's voice carried, "I have done what you said. I brought the offering." The thing under the mango tree did not speak with a mouth. Its voice came like wind inside a bottle, thin, whistling, patient. "You brought what I asked, so I will bring what you want." Suddenly, a gust. The lantern flame trembled. My mother pulled me away so fast, my slippers almost resigned. That night, she locked every window. She poured salt by the doorway. She prayed the kind of prayer that does not have amen at the end, only exhaustion. And she told me something I never forgot. Some riches are not a blessing, they are a receipt. People later said Madam Aderonke had gone to meet a helper, a spiritual helper, a creature that does not cast shadow because it is not fully in our world. They said it lived between light and darkness, and it loved two things, greed and shadows. Because shadows are not ordinary. A shadow is proof that you belong to the earth. It is a small part of you that follows you everywhere, even when you are lying. They said the creature offered her money, connections, and luck that could not be explained. But the payment was simple. Give me your shadow, it told her, so I can own your path. And Madam Aderonke, hungry, angry, tired of suffering, agreed. That was the night her shadow stopped following her. That was the night her wealth began. Can somebody really give out their shadow? Some people give out their future for iPhone. So yes, human beings are very talented at bad decisions. At first, she enjoyed it. She built a mansion with a gate taller than some people's destiny. She hired guards and drivers. She threw parties where the food was more than we ate in 1 month. But something followed her. Something money could not chase away. The creature returned often, and each time it wanted more. Not money, it didn't need money. It wanted shadows. Just small, a little shadow here, a little shadow there. And do you know what happens when someone loses their shadow? They don't die immediately. They just fade. They start moving like they are missing something, like their spirit is struggling to sit properly inside their body. They forget things, they lose joy, they become tired in their bones. Then our town began changing. A young man who used to laugh loudly started sitting outside staring at nothing. A woman who loved singing stopped talking completely. A child, yes, a child, began waking up every night crying and pointing at corners. And Madam Aderonke, she kept getting richer. Every time someone else became dull, she bought something new. It was like the town was paying the bill for her enjoyment. One night, there was a loud noise from Aderonke's compound, and we thought it was armed robbery. Armed robbery can end lives, but a deal with darkness can end something deeper. Soon, people noticed how she behaved. She avoided bright light. She wore sunglasses even at night. That one is not fashion, leave it. She held an umbrella over her head in full sun like she was allergic to daylight. And she never let anybody stand behind her. Because if you stood behind her, you would see it. No shadow. And worse, sometimes when lantern light touched her, a shadow would try to form. Then it would twitch, like something was choking it. That's when people started whispering that Madam Aderonke was no longer fully human, that she was becoming like her helper. Grandma, stop. No, if you want to be brave properly. Then, one night, listen well, there was a scream from Madam Aderonke's compound, a scream that did not sound like a person. It sounded like a soul being peeled. People gathered outside the gate, but nobody entered. Even courage has a price. From where we stood, we saw lantern light dancing wild inside her house, like something was moving fast, too fast. And we heard two voices arguing. Madam Aderonke was crying, "I have given you so many, let me rest." The creature answered, calm as hunger, "You wanted wealth without waiting. Now you will pay without resting." "I don't have any more," she begged. "You do." Then the creature said softly, "Your shadow was the first payment. Your body will be the final one." Suddenly, silence. The rain went low like the world was holding breath. Then the lantern light went out. For one moment, everything was dark. And then, outside under the moon, we saw something move along the wall of her compound. A shadow. But there was no person. Just the shadow sliding, stretching, crawling like it was searching for a shape to wear. Madam Aderonke ran out into the courtyard, but it was not Madam Aderonke anymore. Her wrapper was torn like it could not survive what she was turning into. Her face looked too smooth in places, too sharp in others, like invisible hands were reshaping her. And behind her, her shadow was no longer behaving like a shadow. It rose, it stood, and it stepped away from her feet. It left her? Yes. The shadow walked toward the mango tree, and the creature stepped forward to meet it. Two darknesses greeting each other like old friends. Madam Aderonke
"Give it back! Give me back my shadow!" The creature tilted its head. "You do not need it anymore." Then it touched her forehead with a finger that looked like smoke. And Madam Aderonke's scream cut off mid-air, like someone closed a door inside her. Her body stiffened. Her eyes went black. Not like pupils, like night poured into them. And when she moved again, she cast no shadow. By morning, Madam Aderonke's mansion was quiet. Too quiet. Her guards were gone. Her drivers were gone. Her car stood in the driveway like it had been abandoned by luck. People said she disappeared. Some said she ran away. But the elders knew. You cannot run away from a deal you signed with your spirit. After that night, strange things happened in our town. People would see a figure at crossroads, standing under streetlight, just watching. No shadow. And anyone who greeted it politely would forget the way home. Anyone who insulted it would fall sick for days, dreaming of darkness with teeth. And sometimes, especially when the moon was thin and the night felt like it was listening, people swore they heard a woman's voice outside their window. Soft, rich, like velvet. Do you want money? Do you want your suffering to end? Just come outside small. Grandma's warning. So now, look at me. The creature gave Madam Aderonke wealth and slowly collected her. That is how many bad things work. They start as help, then they become ownership. Look at the wall. Check something for me. All of you, look at your shadow. Mine is there. Mine too. Grandma, mine is moving. It is meant to move. It is still following you. That is good. Because as long as your shadow is still following you, you still belong to yourself. And if you ever see a person under light and their shadow is missing, do not greet them. Grandma, what if they greet us first? Then you pray your shadow remembers how to run. And for 1 second, just one, your shadows on the wall flickered, like they were deciding whether to stay. Now, who is still feeling like forming brave? No one answered. Even the rain went quieter.